Ys VIII Lacrimosa of Dana takes place somewhere between the 5th and 6th entry. Even if this is your first game, that hardly matters here. Every title is another adventure with Adel Christian. Sure, there are ties with other characters between each game, but it's not something to get hung up on. What I'm trying to say is there's never been a better time to hop aboard the Ys train. This game begins with Adel and his lifelong expedition partner, Dogi, traveling to new lands aboard a large ship. Danger strikes when a monster attacks and sinks the boat, sending the two adventurers and the other passengers into the sea, where they all wash ashore the mysterious island of Siren, known as a place of danger and mystery. Think of it like Lost if it were an anime-infused RPG. Instead of exploring a series of dungeons, you're tasked with exploring the island, gathering their survivors into your makeshift village, and fortifying said village with defenses and supplies in order to get off the island. The more passengers you rescue, the farther you can explore, as certain areas can only be accessed with the aid of others. A boulder blocking your path may need 10 people to move it, for example. Most of these are story-based, so it's not just a matter of collecting stuff. Speaking of collecting stuff, there's a draft board in the village square where you can tackle side quests. They're pretty much all about gathering materials, but if you complete them, you'll not only get a nice item in return, but the appreciation for that crew member will grow and you'll learn more about them. Sort of like Persona's character progression. So while the quest types are shallow, at least they're rewarding for story enthusiasts. Which I should mention that the overarching narrative isn't the greatest. There aren't many hooks to make the mystery engaging, but the character moments are special, if not somewhat predictable. The travel progression may be different, but combat is ultimately the same. Adel has a sword, he can hack stuff to level up, etc. That's been the traditional style up until Ys VII, which introduced the 3-hero system. At the start, Adel is joined by Laxia and Sahad, who can be swapped on the fly. The other characters will follow behind whoever is in charge. Why switch? Each hero is strong against a certain type of monster. Laxia is good against flying types, Sahad can break through thick defenses, and Adel is just well balanced. New to this game is the ability to dodge and counter. Successfully doing this before an enemy hits will slow down time akin to Bayonetta, so no, it's not new to the industry, but it's implemented well in Ys VIII. There are other playable heroes too, but I don't want to spoil any surprises. Aside from experience, monsters will drop tons of loot needed for quest and crafting purposes. Players can forge and strengthen equipment, create medicine, cook, and so much more. There's some mini games in here as well, like fishing and base defense, all of which are good distractions from exploring. It's not a terribly long game, but I think it hits the sweet spot, just teetering on the edge of tedium. While environmentally it looks like a PS3 game, the models are drawn and animated well. Plus, the music is as rocking as ever. Ys VIII Lacrimosa of Dana isn't a huge departure for the series. At its core, it's still the same old Ys you've grown to love, but with just a few new tweaks. That said, I think it's the best one yet, and again, an easy one to start with. There are setbacks in the form of a bland story and less than stellar visuals on PS4, but the pros far outweigh any cons. Did you know that was a ReActionExaminer video? If you liked it, you should subscribe to me to keep up with everything that I'm doing. Also, if you have some other interests, like sex for example, check out Tomops, which is a comedy sex podcast thing wherein my best friend and I check out the weird and abnormal and the erotic. And of course, you should support me on Patreon because, hey, I want to make the channel better and I want your help to do so. Plus, if you want to check out my writing, check out Game Jerk, where I have archives and new stuff for all projects, okay? You can find all the stuff and more in the description with the links below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.